Alright everyone, welcome back. I can only hear voices. My eyes are open, but I can't see anything.
命令は守るさ。たとえそれがいけすかねえものでもな。
Lancer's voice is devoid of emotion, but I can barely hear him.
よろしい。では支度をするぞ、ランサー。マスターの窮地はサーバントに伝わる。セーバーが到着するまでおよそ半時というところか。
ことみね、このガキそこまでは持たねえよ。死なせたくねえんなら血止めぐらいはしとけ。
不要だ。死ぬのならそれで構わん。
My mind is fading. The pain finally becomes too much and my mind lets me faint. I stop the pain by digging into my wound. The pain resumes. I'm on the verge of sinking into oblivion, only to be dragged into a world of searing pain. I almost read that as shrinking. I want to die. If this pain isn't going to stop, I want to die right now. I know that. I know, but if I faint here, I know I'm never going to wake up. I can't even remember what I'm doing. I feel like I'm just drifting through white-hot pain that will burn me to nothing. I grit my teeth trying to endure the pain and trying to cling to my own fading awareness. I can't end it all here. I can't let myself drop out of the war so easily. There's still a promise I haven't fulfilled yet. If I believe she's the most important person in my world, I can't just disappear here. Interlude. When she awakes, there's no sign of Shiro. She makes her way to the living room, thinking he might be preparing a late lunch, but she finds no sign of either Shiro or lunch.
また一人で出歩いて。出かけるのなら声をかけてと言ったのに、どうしてシロは人の話を聞かないのか。
Seiba sits on the veranda, muttering to herself.
まったく。一人で出歩くのが好きなのはわかりますが、これでは協力している意味がないではありませんか。
Seiba lets her feet dangle over the veranda. Eventually, she grows tired of this and she looks up pensively. The sky is an ashen gray. A heavy canopy of clouds slowly drifts overhead. She can see breaks in the cloud cover in the distance. It should clear up by nightfall. If the stars are visible, she'll be able to read her fortune for tomorrow. She still remembers how to read the stars. Her mage mentor taught her long, long ago. In life, she only looked there to see whether she was taking the right path. But tonight, just this once, she decides to try and predict a certain someone's future. If possible, she hopes for a bright tomorrow. She wants to predict any dangers that might lie ahead and learn what she needs to guide him in the proper direction. He's so reckless. How can she not worry about him? She won't sleep peacefully unless she can at least read the stars.
さて、問題はこの町から観測できる星の位置ですが。
As she thinks back, she realizes she's not once looked up at the sky before today. Her priority has always been winning the Holy Grail War, not reading fortunes in the stars. She knows this isn't like her. Even so, she still considers trying to read the stars and anxiously waits for night to come. This represents quite a change of heart for her. She chuckles, thinking she's just like the girls in love she's read about in books before, as she looks up at the sky.
ああ、セイバー。シロがどこに行ったか知らない？
リン。
Seiba bolts upright.
なんでしょう。私は別にシロの軍門に下ったわけではありませんが。
Seiba gives a hasty excuse, blushing deeply.
あれ？もしかしてお邪魔だった？
Rin smiles wickedly. Perhaps it's because they have been living under the same roof, but Rin can read Seiba like a book. Shiro too, for that matter. She has good instincts when it comes to other people's affairs, and she can tell there's something between the two of them. And so, she has a pretty clear idea of what happened the night before.
まあ、からかうのは後にしておいて、冗談抜きでシロを知らない？イリアの熱が上がってるみたいだから、 ちょっと手伝ってもらおうと思ったんだけど。
イリアスピールが彼女の容体は落ち着いたのではないのですか？
それがどうにもね。シローには黙ってたけど、あの子そろそろ限界よ。聖杯戦争っていう儀式が終わらない限り元には戻らない。あの子のキャパは破格だけど、それでももういっぱいなの。今はまだかろうじて容量が空いているから余分な機能が働いている。けど満ちてしまえば一番不要な人間としての機能を捨てるしかない。イリアスフィールはね、聖杯戦争が進めば進むほど壊れていくように作られているのよ。
Rin's words are ominous and even a bit obfuscating. Saber doesn't completely understand what she's talking about.
あ、いいのよ。今のはわからないように言ったんだから。イリアのことは置いておきましょう。それよりランサーのことだけどね。あいつのマスター誰だか分かったんだけど。
ランサーのマスターが判明したのですか？
うん、まあ分かったっていうか、前から分かってたっていうか。実はね、ランサーのマスターは魔術協会から派遣された外来のマスターなのよ。それ自体はとっくに分かってて、ついさっきそいつのねぐらを見つけてきたんだけど。
リン、そのような危険なことは避けるべきです。敵の陣地が分かったのなら私に言ってくれればいい。
私だってそのつもりだったわよ。けどさ、外から様子を探ってたらどうもおかしいのよ。で、留守っぽいなって中に入ってみたら、あったのは血の跡とレイジュが亡くなった左腕だった。それ以外は何もなかった。体ごとレイジュを奪われ、しかもあの出血量じゃ生存は絶望的でしょうね。ランサーのマスターはとっくにやられてたのよ。
ではランサーはすでにいないのですか？10日前シロを襲った後に他のサーバントに倒されたと。
だったらいいんだけどね。結婚はもっと前のものだった。これどういうことかわかる？
サーバントを倒さず先にマスターを倒した。そうしてマスターからレイジュを奪い、ランサーと契約したマスターがいるということですか？ですが
残っているマスターは私とシローだけでしょ。けどランサーはまだ残っている。ってことはマスターじゃない魔術師がレイジを奪ってマスターになってるってことだけど、セイバー、そういうのってできるものなの？
いいえ、レイジの移植はマスターかサーバント、そのどちらかによるものだけです。いかに優れた魔術師といえどレイジを奪ったところでマスターにはなれません。
そう。じゃあもう一つ。マスターっていうのはさ、聖杯が消えてなくなってもレイジュが残っていて、かつサーバントさえ残っていればいつまでもマスターなの？
そうですね。リンの言う通りです。レイジュとサーバントさえ残っていれば、聖杯戦争が終わったとしてもその魔術師はマスターとしての権利を。
Saber falls silent as she realizes what Rin is really
で
asking.
はリンはランサーのマスターを殺し、ランサーと再契約したのはその…
ええ、それ以外ないと思う。そう思うとランサーの行動にも納得がいくのよ。あいつさ、他のサーバントの様子を探るのが役割みたいだったじゃない。戦えば自分の正体を明かしてしまうっていうのに、あいつは自分の正体を隠すでもなく他のサーバントにちょっかい出してた。それってつまりあいつは諜報専門だったってことでしょ？
同感です。私と戦った時も彼は最後まで戦わなかった。宝具を使った以上、見せた相手は倒すのが私たちの定石だというのに。
そう。だからランサーのマスターにはもう一人サーバントがいたのよ。ランサーに敵の正体を探らせておいて、 その後に正体不明の戦闘性用のサーバントをぶつける。これって必勝法でしょ。まあランサーにしてみればいい迷惑だったろうけど、6人のサーバント全員と戦ってその手口を調べ上げた上で主の元に帰るんだもの。6人全てと引き分けなんてある意味とんでもないやつよね、あいつ。
Rin closes her mouth, lost in thought, as if following Rin. Saber suddenly feels a chill down her spine. Lancer's master has already been killed. This unidentified master uses a heroic spirit as strong as Lancer solely for espionage. And just as that master seems to have expected, the only remaining servants are Lancer and Saber. If they face such a powerful enemy, then letting Shiro out of his own is dangerous, even during the day. There were multiple enemies before, but now there are not many more enemies to defeat. If Shiro is the only one left to defeat, the enemy might not follow their earlier strategy.
リン、シロはどこに行ったのか知りませんか？
Now that she's had the thought, she can't stop worrying. Shiro cannot be left alone. Even now, her master may be in grave danger.
どうだろう。知らないから聞いたんだけど、もしかしたら綺麗のとこかな。あいつこの間も綺麗なんかに相談しに行ったんだし。
あの教会に？
何をセイバー、怖い顔して。琴峰教会に含むところでもあるの？
いえ、そういうわけではないのですが。
That church is nothing but a holy. Stagnant death and stagnant air linger in that place, on par with Ryodo Temple. The moment she thinks Shiro might be in a place like that alone, an image of somewhere other than the Emiya house flashes through her mind. She stares into the distance, towards Kotomina's church on top of the hill. She finally senses him. There's no time to delay. Saber leaps onto the yard and jumps onto the wall.
ちょっとセイバー、いきなり何よ。
教会に向かいます。後のことは任せました、リン。
Without looking back at Rin, Saber jumps off the wall. She moves with all the speed of a bullet fired from a gun. She neither slows nor stops on her way to her destination. If anyone caught sight of her, she would look like nothing more than a gust of wind, a streak of silver and blue. The instant she reaches the top of the hill and catches sight of the enemy's territory, Saber armors herself. And arms herself without a second thought. She decided to put on her armor once inside the church, but she couldn't help herself. The instant the church comes into view, her fury overtakes her, and she's armed and armored without even truly thinking about it. Her chest burns. This nausea she's been feeling isn't her own. The chill running down her spine is coming from her master. The hopeless scent of death reaches her nostrils. Why this is happening, she isn't sure. What she does know is that Shiro Emiya is on the verge of death. There is no time to waste. He is gravely injured and could die at any second. The pain and cold have morphed into an unbearable nausea that grips her whole body. And that is less than 1,000th of a pain Shiro feels. He's not gonna make it. Even if she moves with godlike speed, he won't survive. Every second brings him closer to death, and she may arrive just in time to watch her master die. As soon as she imagines the death scene, she feels all the sense and reason flee her. All she can do is run to her master as fast as she can. If godlike speed will not bring her to him in time, then she must simply break even the laws of God. She struggles to control her anger as she glares at the church. The tightly shut church doors offer no obstacle to her, simply blown wide open with the force of her approach. Rows of pews fail to even slow her down. She smashes through the chapel, passes through the courtyard, and rushes down the stairs leading to the basement. Behind her, the church is left in ruins. Saber's not usually so violent. For all she knows, she opened the door calmly. She may not even remember expending so much magical energy in her run through town. She simply could not control herself. So fast and out of control she is that she practically rolls down the stairs. Death closes in on all sides. When she finally sees what horrors the basement holds, her fury overwhelms her. Fury directed at herself, and at the enemy responsible for this.
よ、悪いがそこまでだ、セイバー。
She doesn't even hear Lancer's voice as he bars her path. All hope of control or restraint is gone. However much she might try, she can no longer control her strength. Her lord is somewhere in the darkness, in the back room. He's lying there, face down, at the center of a room, peopled by living corpses. A pool of blood spreads out beneath him, and the sounds of his frantic breathing echo all the way to the sanctuary. He's alive. Relieved though she is, she shudders to think how long she'd left him alone.
シロは
Seiba enters the back room, but a guard blocks her way. Holding his long spear behind him, the blue spearman meets Saber's gaze fearlessly.
よう、悪いがそこまでだ、セイバ
She doesn't hear him, so she doesn't stop.
ー。てめえ、いきなり見境なしか。
His ability to insult Saber while parrying her attack is frankly impressive. Lancer manages to block Saber's surprise attack with his spear, but he can do nothing about the sheer strength behind it and retreats back to the nearby wall. There's nothing in Saber's way now. She doesn't have time to deal with Lancer. Her master's on the verge of death and she has to save him.
そんなに坊主が大事か。そりゃ構わねえが、ならなおのこと、俺を放っておくわけにはいかないぜ、セイバ。
Saber stops as she heads to the back.
それはどういう意味ですかランサー。
いや、何な。そいつの胸を串刺しにしたのは俺なんだが、実はこれは2度目でね。以前は確かに殺したってのに生きてやがったもんだからな。今回は念を入れて刺してやったわけだ。
貴様、シロにゲイボルクを使ったのか。
安心しろ、心臓は外してやった。だが呪いはそのままだぞ。セイバー、貴様とてこの槍の呪いは知っていよう。因果を逆転させる原因の槍。こいつの呪いを受けた者はよっぽどの幸運がない限り運命を変えられない。まあ単純に言ってしまえば、ゲイボルクによってつけられた傷は癒されることはない。呪いを受けた者は決して回復できず、死に至るまで傷を背負うことになる。この世にこの槍がある限りな。
At that moment, the air changes. A flicker of intelligence and reason lights in Saber's eyes.
ようやく理解できたか。そこの坊主を助けたいんだろう。ならまず俺との決着をつけなくちゃな。
Lancer's bestial bloodlust drives him forward into Saber's reach. He's deadly serious, but
正気ですかランサー。この狭い室内で僧兵であるあなたが剣士である私と戦うと、そのような愚行、あなたの考えとは思えない。今ならば見逃します。その槍を置いて去りなさい。このような不本意な戦いであなたの首を取る気はない。
それこそ愚行じゃねえのか。一体どこの英霊が自分の相棒を置いてくってんだよ。俺は何も取引をするためにそいつを刺したわけじゃない。俺はな、お前と殺し合いをするためにここにいる。
he's not lying. Lancer has no intention of letting either of them leave alive. For him, this is the first and only battle where he can truly go all out. Lancer's wish is not for the Holy Grail. His wish is to fight a battle worthy of heroes. Such a simple wish, one any servant should always have granted, has been denied to him. So he has no intention of missing what may be his final chance, even if the situation happens to be unfavorable.
いいでしょう。ならばその槍を見事叩き切って捨てるだけだ。
Saber readies her invisible air and faces the Blue Knight.
よく言った。白状するとな、貴様が最後に残ってくれて嬉しいぜ、セイバー。
Lancer's spear pulses with light. Saber confronts him without hesitation. The rematch begins with a desperate blow from both sides. And we're back with Shiro's POV. Oh yeah, we are. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. The sound of my ragged breathing fills my ears. My fever's so hot it'd burn anyone who touched me. It feels like my brain is melting and oozing right out of my skull. Stop. 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 It's like everything has melted away, but every nerve in my body still screams with agony. Help! 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 My mind's burned out. There's a hole in my heart and a void in my stomach. I want to vomit, but there's nothing left in me. The twisted feeling of nausea only grows stronger from my inability to vomit. All I can do is bite down on the pain. Somehow, in spite of it all, I still cling to consciousness. Pain is an old friend. I know how to endure it. Go back. Go back. Go back. But the voices don't stop. They fill every corner of the emptiness left in me after the pain has burned everything else out. I know who those voices belong to. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. I'm going mad. With each echo, a stabbing pain shoots through my chest. I'm not afraid. I just have no answer. No way to respond. No way to make it right. Wait. 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 They beg and plead and cry, but there's nothing I can do. I so desperately want to help, but I can't. I can't even ask them to stop. No matter how much they beg, I can't respond. I'm sure. I really will go mad if this doesn't stop. Return. 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 They repeat it again and again and again, and I can't do anything about it. All I can do is give them an end. All I can do is fix this paradox of life and death. All I can do is punish the architect of this hell. And I can't reverse all the sadness and death. That's my limit. A champion of justice is someone who can only clean up a mess that's already been made. You'll never be able to save the very people you're hoping to save. Who said that again? I refuse to believe it, but now I'm being confronted with that very truth. I want to get out of here. I can't save them. I can't do anything but take it in. I have nothing to give back, no miracle to grant. I'm not strong enough to defy those words saying that a champion of justice can only go so far. But if I did have a miracle that at the ready, would I?
Kitaか。そら、目を覚ませエミヤシロ。お前のサーバントがやってきたぞ。
I hear a voice. It's right behind me, but I can't make out what it is saying. My vision is blurry. I can't make out what's in front of me either. There are only voices crying out for help. There is only a room choked with bodies of those who have died.
よくやっているが、やはりセーバーにはかなわぬか。どちらにせよ、あと一人分のサーバントは必要なのだ。それがセーバーであろうとランサーであろうと構わないのだが、その前に選定をしなくてはなるまい。
I can't hear the words, but his voice echoes in my head.
さて、出番だ。もう少し前に行こうか、エミヤシロ。
Something pulls my head upward. He grabs me by the back of my head and drags me forward. I can feel who it is now. This man has been consumed by the darkness. His heart is ashen. He's draped in shadow. This corruption creeps into him and has tethered itself to him. I don't know what has happened, but I do know. This man Kire Kotomine, he's like me. He suffered a fatal wound, but somehow still remains in the world. As Saber's power lets me regenerate, Kirekotomine preserves his body with this darkness.
そこまでだセイバー。斧が主を救いたいのならばその剣を収めるがいい。
What's going on? I still can't make out what's going on. I can't even lift my own head.
ランサーも引け。もともと私たちは聖杯を求める同志ではないか。そうむやみに殺し合いなどするものではないぞ。セイバーがこの男を引き取りに来ただけというのならば喜んで引き渡そう。
He laughs ominously.
それを信じろというのですか。ランサーのマスターを殺し、今また私のマスターをその手にかけようとする貴様の言葉を信じろと。
Who is that? I can't tell, but like the sound of a tuning bell, the voice helps me focus my mind.
信じたまえ。私はお前たちと争う気はない。季節してこのような形になってしまったが、お前たちが聖杯を取ろうというのなら邪魔はしない。もとより私の役割は聖杯の持ち主を見極めることだ。ここまで残ったお前たちには十分すぎるほど資格がある。故に望むのならば今ここで聖杯を与えてやってもよいのだが。
ここに聖杯があるというのか、貴様は。
あるとも。聖杯はどこにでもある。聖杯とはもとより形のない器だ。いつどこで何に呼び出すかによって完成度が変わるのだが、呼び出すだけならこの土地にも資格はある。無論サーバントが残り一人にならなければ聖杯は未完成だが、その出来でも大抵の願いは叶えられるだろう。それで満足がいかぬのならばその時こそ最後の殺し合いを始めればよい。いや、私としては気乗りがしないが、お前たちが望むのならば付き合おう。決着をつけるのはその時でいいのではないかな、ランサー。
よくはね、そんな回りくどいことをする必要はない。白黒つけるなら今すぐできるだろう。
この状況でか。室内ではお前には不利だろうし、セイバーとて主が気になって戦えまい。これではお前にとって満足のいく戦いとは言えないが。
Someone spits. The other man must have given in.
いいさ。なら一つ聞かせろ。聖杯ってのは何だ？あれは残り一人にならなければ現れないものじゃなかったのか？俺たちを呼んだ連中は初めからペテンにかけてたってことか？
いや、事実ではある。聖杯はサーバントが残り一人にならなければ現れない。だが聖杯を下ろす器は別だ。あれは初めから形あるものとして用意され、聖杯召喚の時まで力を流し込まれていく。残るサーバントがあと2人だけという状況ならば、すでに聖杯としての力を持ち始めていよう。そうであろう、セイバー。お前とて前回最後まで残ったサーバントだ。アインツベルンの用意した聖杯がどんなものかうすうす分かっているのではないか。そう、聖杯は常にここにあり、生贄の地で満つる時を待つ。だがそれは虚しいとは思わないか。何も残り一人になるまで付き合うことはない。お前たちの望みを叶えるだけならば今の状態でも可能だろう。ならばここで意味のない摂取をすることもあるまい。
そうですね。 確かに貴様の言い分は正しい。だがだとしたら貴様は何者だ。貴様の目的は聖杯を手に入れることではないのか。
私は選定役だと言っただろう。ふさわしい人間がいるのならば喜んで聖杯は譲る。